Hello everybody, my name is Ungar, and welcome back to Antilife 32. Now, if you watched my Carpenter Ant, yes, Carpenter Ant major video, you will remember my table at the end of the video clanking, and you will also remember this map, that queen, and this super major here, because at the end of last video, I simply walked up here, turned around, did my outro, reset, fell down this hill, and then respawned as a super major. So we did the major, and now we're doing super. So we've got our allied super here. Now he's probably going to ask us to come on a quest, and I speak Latin, not Spanish. In my school, there's 3 options: Spanish, French, and Latin. I took Latin. It's pretty fun. So, instead of knowing an actually useful language, I know a language that absolutely no one speaks anymore. So, whatever this guy's saying, Spanish people, translate it in the comments, please. Unless it's a bunch of racial slurs or something like that. Then don't. But if it's something like, hey, do you want to come with me in the Elite, because I saw Elite in there, and go raid someone, which is probably what it is, because super majors and Elites usually have the task of murdering everything in existence, because they're extremely overpowered, and since the other classes don't have special abilities, they basically are undoubtedly the strongest ants in the game in all matters. More health, more damage. Since they're bigger, they just can cover more distance with their legs, so I guess more speed. I think they just have the same speed, except they're scaled up in size, so they look like they can go a little faster, but yeah, look, if we race this worker, yeah, I don't think they actually have much more speed. But, yeah, they're really powerful. But when fire ants get stings and yellow crazy ants get acid spray, maybe they will become less of a prominent choice. But as you can see, our colonies are usually really small, so the fire ants outnumber us, and the yellow crazy ants they're usually dead. Doesn't really matter though, unless they have a swarm of like 100 elites, they don't stand a chance. But we've got a nice thriving colony here. Ooh, look, a larvae. Let's go kill it. Ooh, look, 2 larvae. Let's go kill them. For the meaningless protein. Look at that. Look how much damage. I can just spam click, and this shreds through a larva. Absolutely destroyed. This big bite just cripples them. That would be able to 2-shot a yellow crazy ant worker and bring them down to around, I'd say, this much on their visual health bar. It can basically 1-shot a yellow crazy ant worker. Even a worker bite could kill it if a super major did their large, or you want to call it heavy bite onto them. Very powerful. And it only takes like 2 seconds to go boom, bam, you're dead. Basically kills all light classes, like the workers and the soldiers. But queens and elites usually actually require some skill, unless, like in our fire ant video, the queen was a FK. And by fire ant, I mean fire ant soldier, because that's the only good fire ant video that I've made so far. Because the worker one was just boring, our queen died, and just the sad unfolding of our colony falling apart. Very sad. But yeah, you should go watch that if you're wondering what I'm talking about. Speaking of my stuff, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Because I'm a YouTuber. So how did you not expect that? You fool. You absolute foolish goober. Anyway, let's continue eating some stuff. Watching the lights be silly and hopefully attack. You know what? It was pretty dumb when that Carpenter Ant Super Major attacked in the Fire Ant Soldier video, but you know, just for the nice spicy views and watch time and subscribers, I'm going to do the exact same thing. Why not? Why not? Why not? Absolute facts. The Queen is just speaking facts. Not seeing anyone. Energy literally doesn't actually matter that much. It matters a little bit, but it won't kill you if you run out of it, so I'm just gonna ignore it. By the time the energy actually starts to do something, I'm pretty sure the enemy colonies that we're attacking will be most definitely dead. We got stuck in a hole. At least our dig is like massive. We can just rip through the soil. Ooh, look. The surface. Freedom. Hey, we did it. We escaped certain doom. So now we're just gonna continue on. Seeing anyone? Let's just see. Is there anyone nearby? I'm not seeing anything. Doesn't mean they're not there. But we're going to move towards the middle of the map because that gives a lot of stuff to see. You can see a lot of things, and I mean it's the middle of the map, so it's a pretty good place to be. The largest water area, lots of choke points, and already built nests. Very nice place, except for the fact that since it's the best place to live, most people will go there to scout for people that are there and to murder them, so no one actually lives here most often. Unless they're new to the game and they're just like, ooh yeah, cool area, let's live here. That spider's a prop, don't worry. But in the updates, that will no longer be a prop. Now, I'm seeing little pieces of food around aphid over there, but there's not actually anyone here. Okay, the Queen is, well, if you saw my Carpenter Ant Major video, you'll know what the Queen's doing. What the Queen doing? It's a pretty good day to not be dead. But, oh my gosh, the worst thing about losing energy is how ridiculously slow I am, and that's a spider. Let's fight it. Dun, dun, dun. Hey, or we could ally with him. Look at the spider. So let's just, yeah. I actually suck at fighting in this game. I did not want to fight that spider. Yeah, since we're so ridiculously slow, the spider would outmaneuver us, and he's just overall more powerful. So you need some people that are really good at the game to beat him, which is obviously not me. Average ant life enjoyer here. Good gosh, mate. I'm not seeing anyone. The spider's just totally gonna go over there. Okay. Well, There's not much to do, I guess. Not much to talk about. I guess we could talk about the new update, since that's why I'm making these videos, is because it's going to be gone. So I would have waited a little bit, because there are obviously some series I was already doing, like Backrooms and Empires, but ooh, the entire game is going to be overhauled, so if there's any time to do it, it'd be now. But the overhaul is going to completely change the map, add the sting to the fire ants, and acid spray to the yellow crazy ants. It's going to be a round-based system, where once the colonies are dead, then it's just a battle between the two, and whoever wins that, yay, they get some protein, I think. And then, new match. Which means whoever plays yellow, unless the acid is stronger than it seems, which right now the acid seems actually still pretty weak, they're not going to do well. The acid basically just does like 0 damage, except if it hits their head, it like covers the screen so that they can't see what they're doing, which won't really do anything since all the other guys have so much health and the yellow crazy ants just don't have enough damage to actually be able to do anything with that blind. And still, if you're just spinning around and biting, you're eventually just gonna insta-kill some random worker who's trying to bite you. I almost said stab. But, if you didn't know, ants don't stab. So, other things. The water will be completely replaced with water droplets that will, act as water. If they fall on your head, apparently you get damage. The larvae will actually move beneath the soil, so you have to go hunt for them in the ground. And I don't know if they will fight back. Hopefully they do, or maybe they try and run away, or do a mix of both, because they just stand there, fall from the sky, and die. Which isn't very immersive gameplay. Some other things include drones, which are like elates but cheaper and basically flying workers. And the yellow crazy ants get 2 queens, which I forgot about that for a minute, so that might make them slightly more viable if there's just a lot of eggs. And since their workers are so cheap, you can just early game rush a ton of elates with the 2 queens. You can get a earlier startup since they're so cheap and you've got double the amount of ants feeding them. Or feeding the larvae, I mean. So that'll be nice for yellow crazy ants, but in the late game, 2 queens are not that good. It's not going to do much. It's basically just going to feed the victors. That is if the queens decide to work together. If they work in separate groups, then the colonies will just be smaller, which means basically just they're even weaker since they're going to have less ants since they're distributed across the 2 colonies. And they're going to be more on the map, so I guess it's easier to find them and just rip them apart for some free loot. There's literally no one anywhere, which is kind of sad. I was hoping to have a nice battle between something, but that spider would have killed me, so I'm just going to ignore them. Wow, it's like the most boring. Oh, it's literally a walking simulator. So let's, I think I'll actually probably be ending pretty soon, but just, I guess we could talk a little more about the update. Maybe say a last goodbye to our friends and family, or just sit out here, starve, and rot and decay. Bye. Okay, but on a more lighter note, there will also be, what else is there? What's some cool things? Oh yeah, climbing on walls. You no longer just weirdly walk perfectly straight up the hill. You actually, like, climb it. Looks like our friend found our colony. They're probably dead, because our colony was pretty strong when I left, and looks like they've just been growing. There's a spiderling, which is the smaller version, so they will be chopped up. Ooh, also, speaking of spiders and creatures that aren't ants, they will be replaced by that, other spider, Black Widow, I think, is the one up there. And then there will also be a, what's it called, a, six-spotted tiger beetle, which, is also in Empires of the Undergrowth in the new update. So this being in the new update, it could just be totally coincidental, but not exactly sure. Now, I'm literally just gonna walk past this spider. Me and this spider are bros now. Ain't no way I'm gonna rip him apart. I'm just gonna casually walk this way. He's going for that guy, isn't he? Boom. Just casually walking past. Don't mind me. I am thirsty and hungry. I guess I could say I'm defending this half-health worker. Okay, I guess now we have to fight him. Or he's dead? Is he dead? No, they're still looking at something. No, they're dead. But it looks like our attacking force is dead, besides our elites. This spider is a little more competent than we thought. Friends with him. See if he recognizes me. Does he recognize me? Hey, spider. Spider, over here. Hey, over here. Hello. I know you could come and kill me, but we need to get to the end of the video anyway. While he's distracted, I'm gonna try and get on the plant next to him. Chill with our spider boy. Oh no, he's dying. Don't die on me, spider. No, stop. Don't kill him. No. I'm gonna get my big bite in case he tries to attack me. No! 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 The top 10 saddest anime deaths. There's just a poor little spider. Just making his way in the world. Doing spider things. No! You evil creature. If he dies, then I die. Goodbye, everyone. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll hopefully see you all in the next video. Time to commit reset character. Rest in peace.